June 19, National Reading Day, celebrated in the remembrance of P.N. Panikkar, the father of India's library movement. So regarding that, let's ask our beloved faculty members of Nagar College to recommend some interesting and thought-provoking books for the students.
Hi, so in connection with the reading day, I'm going to suggest 3 books for you. So starting from the first book is a Malayalam book. It's called Keralathile Janagiya Samarangalude Charithram. It is written by I. Gopinath. Now what makes this book so interesting is that each and every chapter of the book is dedicated to what are the revolution, especially a revolution which has been led by common people after 90s. So that is what makes it more relevant. And it's a big researched, much researched book. So that's the first book. Now for the second book, it is called Why Does He Do That? It's an English book written by Lundy Bancroft. Now what is so peculiar about this book, it's a psychological book, but psychological jargons are often avoided. In turn, what happens in this book is that each and every chapter is dedicated to how relationships or what kind of toxicity goes on within relationship, whether it is mother, father, or whether it's a partner or wife. So it's the both way around, whether it is men or female, both way around. It has been discussed in completeness. So please do look into that second book. Now for the third book, it is again a Malayalam book. It is called Alpha. The book is called Alpha, written by this much celebrated Malayalam novelist T.D. Ramakrishnan. Often you might have heard about Francis Sitikora, which is written by T.D. Ramakrishnan. Now this is not that much of an extensive work. It is like a 60 or 70 page novel. It drew its inspiration mostly from Lord of the Flies, where you have a couple of people who goes to an island for an experimental thing, and what turns around is what the novel is all about.
The third book I would like to recommend is by our own faculty, Mithun Murali. This is a very interesting book which is titled as The Night of the Sea. It's a historical fantasy which is beautifully written and the language is so smooth and you can actually go with that. It's a very interesting read and it tells you the story of Kunyali Maragya, whose history has been sidelined or which is unheard. So please, I recommend this book also, and especially it is by a faculty member, Mithun.
The 3 books I would like to recommend, let's start with book 1. It's Kairos. This won the International Booker Prize last year in 2024. It's a beautiful unconventional love story set in East Germany. The second book I would like to recommend is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It will teach you to become calm and stoic and grounded and face life's challenges as and when they come. The third and final book I would recommend is the autobiography of Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's titled Total Recall. It's very inspiring. It tells you the story of how this man got to the top of 4 different fields.
The books that I would like my students to read are 2 of my personal favorites. One is from English and the other is from our mother tongue, Malayalam. The first one will be Randamuram by M.T. Vasudevan Nair, because it is the retelling of our Mahabharata told from the perspective of Bhima. It's a wonderful reading experience for anyone who wants to immerse themselves in the world of fiction. And it's a wonderful story about the human experience, about the human psyche. The second recommendation would be another favorite of mine, The Good Earth.
So when we think the student perspective, I suggest 2-3 books. So a must-read books for journalism students, and almost all Indians should read that book, written by Josie Joseph. A Feast of Vultures, The Hidden Business of Democracy in India. That is a very good book to know the brokerage conditions that is happening in our country, in every deal, to get an idea about what is happening in our country. And another book by Dr. Shashi Tharoor, Why I Am a Hindu, is giving a clear idea about a religion and also being a good citizen of our country. So, Mattering to India, another book by Dr. Shashi Tharoor, it's a campaigning. How campaigning he have done during the elections is another helpful book for politicians as well as who are interested in political communication.
As a physics teacher, I would recommend 2 books for science students and 1 book in general. For physics students, I would suggest Feynman lecture in physics. Actually, it gives a very comprehensive and insightful introductions about physics. Then the second book is A Brief History of Nearly Everything, and the book is written by Brill Bryson. Actually, it covers various disciplines in science, and it will be a very interesting book for science students if they wanted to explore all the areas of science. Third book is a book called You Can, and it is written by George Matthew Adams. It will actually make you realize what is your limit and how you could overcome that and how you could win.
As part of the reading day, I'd like to suggest 3 books which have influenced me so far. So among that, the very first I suggest is Macbeth by Shakespeare, because I think it includes all the shadows of life and all the mental aspects. So that have influenced me so much, even though I am reading it at my school age. And the next is being somewhat a lazy person, I came to read a book which is known as like Finish What You Start by Peter Hollins.
I would like to suggest the names of 3 books for students' well-being. The title of the first book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book is written by Robert T. Kiyosaki. This will change the attitude of the students regarding money making and spending of money. And second book I would like to suggest is The Psychology of Money.
കേരളത്തിലെ ലൈബ്രറികളുടെ വായനശാലകളുടെ വികസനത്തിനും വേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിച്ച ആളായിരുന്നു ശ്രീ പ്രിയൻ പണിക്കർ. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഓർമ്മയെ അനുസ്മരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടാണ് കേരളത്തിൽ വായന ദിനമായി ജൂൺ 19 ആഘോഷിക്കുന്നത്. എന്നുവെച്ചാൽ ഈ തലമുറ വായനയിൽ നിന്നും ഒരുപാട് അകന്നു പോകുന്ന ഒരു തലമുറയാണ്. ആ തലമുറയെ കൂടുതൽ വായനയിലേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി ഈ വായനാ ദിനാചരണം ഉതകും എന്ന് ഞാൻ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. കുട്ടികൾ എല്ലാവരും അവർക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന പുസ്തകം അത് ഏതെങ്കിലും ആയിക്കൊള്ളട്ടെ, അത് വായിക്കുക, പിന്നീട് സെലക്റ്റീവായിട്ട് വായിക്കുക, മറ്റുള്ളവരെ വായിക്കാൻ പ്രേരിപ്പിക്കുക. അതായിരിക്കണം ഈ വായനാ ദിനത്തിൽ നമ്മൾക്ക് ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത്. എല്ലാ വായനാ ദിന ആശംസകളും.
To start reading a book is not that hard. A book can take you to a million places through your imagination. For a reader, every day is a celebration, a reading day. A good book is a journey that truly never ends. Just like the suggestions provided by our faculties, if you have any suggestions, please let us know in the comment section. So by that, keep growing, keep learning, and happy reading day.